Hello, you people in YouTube land. How do you do? Yep. So, where are we going today? Well, we are going to the National Palace Museum. Yes. So I walked to the MRT, then took the MRT to, I think it was Shilin Station. Then from Shilin Station, I walked a short distance to the bus stop and take a bus. Yep. So we're heading to the National Palace Museum. And at the bus stop, they will show you which bus to take there. So whichever bus came first, we took that bus and head towards the museum. So it took around roughly 20 minutes, 8 stops to reach the station, to reach the bus stop that is in front of the museum. Yep. And the bus alighted me here in front of these apartments, and behind me, yes, behind me, is the place that we are going to go to, which is a flight of stairs that will lead you to the museum. So this is the map of the place. We're gonna head in there, but before that, something attracted my attention. Yes, let's have some ice cream. So before the steps, just onto the right is this place here that sells ice cream. Well, looks interesting, doesn't it? Yep, so it is. So this is it. So we have some kind of, I think, milk tea ice cream, and the cup, they design it to follow some kind of design, some kind of bronze cauldron design, that they make it. The cup looks like that, but we are here for the ice cream. Okay, a bit milky. It has a really nice tea taste, red tea taste. Not bad, but price wise is a bit expensive. I think you are probably paying for the cup, the design for the cup, than more for the ice cream. But the ice cream is not bad, not too bad. Something to cool yourself down before you start the long walk, the exploration of the museum. So after the break, our short little snack, we are going up the stairs. Which stairs? Well, these stairs here. So we're heading up to the National Palace Museum. And why do we want to do that? Well, this museum here is a bit interesting and slightly different than... Well, this place has a interesting history. Let's just put it at that. So what's the history? Well, this place here has artifacts spanning, how can you call this, China's history. Certain artifacts from the Neolithic area and to the modern times. About the history of China, maybe collections, imperial collections from the Ming and Qing dynasty. And some of the items here are from the Forbidden City. Yes, that one in China. So basically what happens is, during the war, even slightly before World War II, when the China was fighting Japan, the government at that time, fearing that the collection will be destroyed, moved it out of the museums. And after World War II, when the Republic government was fighting the communists, they decided to move it to Taiwan. So a portion of that collection is actually in this museum right now. So we're going to have a look at China's history. And once you get through the door, there's a cafe over there. But in front of me here is where you buy your ticket. The ticket itself is not very cheap. 350 Taiwanese dollars for entry. Yep. And so this is the ticket that you will get to get in there. Just scan it and go in. So once you get in there, you can see there are like floors, 3 floors with red carpet. So in this place here, there are like each rooms with a certain topic and certain collections you can visit. Like this one here, where they show you like a imperial office. This is how the imperial office looks like. Look at that. Ooh. Yep. So if you were imperial officer, this would be how your office looked like. You know, this type of cabinets, shelves, and tables. So as I walk through all the different rooms, you can see each room has a theme, you know, like pottery, furniture, paintings, books, you know, very, very interesting. So here you can see we have like pottery, and of course different eras, different times. You know, the material they use to make the pottery will be different. You know, ancient times they will be made using bronze. Sometimes, you know, closer to our time, you know, maybe the Qing or the Ming Dynasty, they use porcelain, celadon. You know, so it's very interesting to see all the different materials, all the different artifacts. So over here you have some tassels, some jewelry, probably from the imperial palace. I do not know. I didn't read through all the little notes. A bit lazy because too busy filming for you guys. But look at that, man. Certain things that you can only see in like drawings, you know. But it's here. Literal artifacts you can see right before your eyes. In the past, people used to write with ink brushes, and these are some of the accessories that go along with the brushes. Another interesting thing here, look at this, man. These are like manuals, like books, handwritten, drawn, regarding medicine and maybe even martial arts. Maybe if I study this, I can learn all those hidden martial arts, you know, that the olden time people was able to do. There are also religious artifacts, like all these Buddha statues, the different types of Buddhas. And one thing I also find quite interesting is the scrolls, you know, scroll drawings. And when they say scroll drawings, these are really, really, really long scrolls. I don't think I can fit it in the length of my room because it is that long. I wish I was that long. Heading up to the next floor to see what other rooms I can find, what other interesting things I can find. So you do have Chinese classical paintings, and if you look at that, very interesting from a perspective kind of view. And you can also, there are also shops here for you to shop where you can buy replicas of some of the artwork and stuff in here. Yep, so a souvenir for you to bring home. And there's only so much I can show you in this video because there are too many items here. You just have to come here and see it for yourself. So many different artifacts and cultural items and pottery and all those kind of things that, you know, you don't normally get to see in your normal life. At least I don't get to. Do you get to? Maybe you do. Not me though, but really a place to visit if you really want to see China's cultural history. Another interesting exhibition here, this one is regarding jade. It tells you a bit about the history of jade, what it was used for in the past and now, you know, artifacts from those times. Yeah, I know. Very interesting. Come here and have a look. You can see how jade was in the past axe heads, used for work, because jade is after all a stone after all, and then progress to other things, because of its hardness, because of its beauty, it was changed into furniture, jewelry, and other things that you can see here at this museum. You can also see ancient Chinese weapons, or what's remaining of the weapons. So if you do come here, set aside maybe an hour if you want to walk past everything very fast, a couple of hours if you want to slowly stroll through the exhibitions and rooms. So we are back here at the ticketing counter. If you want to go to the toilet that's outside of the exhibition area, you just turn left, look for this escalator here, head down to the basement one, and then turn left, and then turn left again. The toilets are at the corner there. This area here is where tourist bus will let down their people. And then over here is a shop. In this shop here, you can also buy replicas of some of the artwork, some of the artifacts that they have in the museum. So from the escalator, this is a shop, the souvenir shop. Toilets are over there. Okay. So how do you get back to the MRT station? You go over there. The bus stop is over there. This is where they alight you from the bus. Further down on the right there is the bus stop. That's where you take the bus to head back to the MRT. So the bus will alight you opposite on the road, opposite side where you got the bus. So you walk down that direction, turn left at the MRT track, and you reach Shilin MRT station. And over there. And that will bring us to the end of our adventure. Our adventure to the National Palace Museum in Taipei. So I hope you enjoyed this adventure. You know what to do. Anyway, I will see you all around as I head back to my hotel and take a rest. Bye bye.